to the time when our hearts unite.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling. We were young and drunk in love. A few years later I have started thinking, if it's just love in every glass I'm drinking, we're like one and without you I'm sinking. I'm always shining next to you. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you.
I have always been afraid of changes, but you show me life is full of faces. Sometimes clouds got in our favorite places, but we were young and unaware.
Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing pavement on my own, 'cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm just fine 'cause I got you. Rain guiding my way before, pouring like a waterfall. I've cried a million tears and more to find out smiling. We're not young, still drunk in love. Oh, I got you, there's no reason to chasing payment on my own. 'Cause you're here to stay every night and day. I'm delighted 'cause I got you. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Time is up, nothing to do. You are gone, that makes me blue. But here he comes to take me too.
Are we up? Awesome. Welcome, everybody, to the Grand Reveal Gala. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here. Woo! Well, I am so excited tonight to be able to recognize all of our celebrities and look around at just the beauty that's in this room, the beauty and the handsomeness that is in this room. I just love an opportunity to dress up. Don't you? How many of you love an opportunity to dress up? You don't get those very often in Utah anyway. So I always appreciate that. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to come tonight and everybody that's joining us online. I'm just so excited to be here and to be able to recognize our celebrities. And we've got some really fun things that we want to share tonight. And I hope that all of you are just ready to party, ready to celebrate and also not only celebrate what has been over the last 30 days, but this is an opportunity for you to set a new Limitless Leap starting today for the next 30 days for our next Tribe Night in 30 days. So before we begin our celebration of our celebrities, I want to invite Chris Crone up. But before I do, we have just a short video that we'd like to show. So are we ready for that? All right, awesome.
What I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind.
Money started coming in from all kinds of places that I would have never expected.
Seeing the success that I've had just within the last 3 days, I've had people calling me like all over the place wanting to work with me.
This is what it feels like to actually sleep, to feel refreshed, and to feel powerful, ready to face the day. No barriers. They welcomed me in, and I shared my idea, and they love it, and we're going forward.
These 4 areas that you see on the wall here, I know that it begins with me.
Every day with a new breakthrough with each other, and it's been miraculous is the only word I can use.
Limitless has made an incredible difference in my life, and the most important difference is not in my relationship, it's within myself.
Opportunities have just started coming to me freely.
Going through them breakthrough sessions, I caught up to the business, and now it is exploding.
Limitless is so true. It's such an amazing concept.
As of Wednesday, I was writing speaking contracts for $500. As of Monday, I was writing speaking contracts for $10,000.
I'm doubtful and skeptical and, prove it. Well, we proved it.
I was able to make that choice, make that decision, and I stand here like 65 days later, 45 pounds lighter.
And they changed to the tune of how much in the last 30 days?
$33,000.
Friends, give it up.
Awesome. Everybody put your hands together on your feet for Chris Crone.
All right.
Hey, how are y'all doing tonight? Do we have any Limitless leapers here among us? No, for real, who are our leapers? Hey, Carson, if you can bring my mic down a little bit, I am hot. The mic is loud. Did you go run a Spartan race? Both of you? Oh my goodness, we have some powerhouse ladies in the house. And don't mess around right here. She went from doing 3 man push-ups to 25. Now she beats up on her husband. Well, it's super, super exciting. Welcome. So glad to have you guys here tonight. And this evening is really about celebrating you and the choices that you've been making. I want to share some ideas with you as we get this evening started. And this is the idea that I want to share. With every moment, do we have a choice? With every moment, do we have a choice? Yeah, I think we know the right answer, but I would argue that just because we do doesn't mean we take action on it. The reality is, most of us are literally operating off of last year's choices, last decade's choices, childhood choices, and so what we're really good at doing is mimicking the appearance of taking action. We're mimicking the appearance of choice, but it's a simulation that is nothing more than a repeat mode of the past until you break that pattern. For me, one of the most beautiful things in life is when someone has a chance to revisit choices they've been making their entire life that do not serve them, and they step into the genuine space of inspiration, a place where choice gets made as if for the very first time all over again. That's what the Limitless Leap is all about. It's about people reevaluating, how have I done as a morning person? How do I do in treating my body? How do I do with gym? How do I do with food and nutrition? How do I do in my relationships? And the beautiful thing about life is, if we don't change, this year will be a repeat of last year. Do you know that? Yes. This year, and so you got to ask yourself, wow, do I really want last year's results in my life this year? Well, it depends. I think that there are probably some parts of our life that we're doing really well. There are some things that are just downright beautiful. There are some things that are working. How many of you got some things that are working in your life? Yeah, and those are the things that we celebrate and love. And yet, how many of us have patterns for things that we're not doing all that right? Yeah, it's just like, man, has anyone here ever found themselves saying, oh, stupid New Year's resolutions, here again, yay, blah, 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 I want to make more money than I made last year. But I've been saying that for many, many, many years. Any of you ever felt that way before? Like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of having financial goals. Well, here's the sad truth about life. If we stay stuck in our pattern long enough, we are forfeiting the grace and gift of the miracle of this moment. And we let it keep passing us by, looking for us someday. But if we let that pass by long enough, in time, we become sad, angry, miserable, depressed, and worst of all, crotchety. It's the worst. So, I'm on a journey to avoid crotchety. And the best way to avoid crotchety is to, I must be hungry, my stomach's growling. There's some people that are seriously freaked out right now. Ignore the bump coming out of my stomach. If you've seen Aliens, yes, it's right before that moment. Sorry. Boy, I have really allowed myself to just keep my hand on my heart. Does anyone not know what this is? A couple of you? It's an animal from Australia. It's a sugar baby, a sugar glider. And it's a baby. So he's in his marsupial mommy pouch right now, bonding with me. And he's upset about something. and I think it's my digestive process. All right. Just going to bear with that a little bit. You know what I want to do? Let's go from one pattern interrupt to the next. Thank you, Carson. Thank you. That's what's inside my chest right now. Hey, Carson, do you have a different video queued up? Yes, I do. Take me off. So before Carson plays this video, is that a thumbs up or thumbs down? So before Carson plays this video, one of the things that I do in my life on a regular basis is I tackle a leap. I'm always asking, what's my leap? What's the next thing that I want to move into? What is my next challenge? How do I raise my financial barometer? How do I step into my relationships and step in at a higher level? How do I renew and refresh? And so one of the things that we do at Limitless, how many of you here have actually broken a Limitless board before? Several of you here. For the people here that don't know what that means, I want to share with you what we do every month at our Limitless event. And this is board break a little bit different than you've maybe seen before. Okay, go ahead.
I'm rolling.
All right, what do you guys think, huh? You want to learn how to do that? I was just messing around for fun online, and people apparently thought that I was actually breaking the board with my chi. We were just messing around. So tonight we have a chance to really hear from you. You're the stars of the show. We would love to hear how you have challenged yourself in the last 30 days. Because you know what? There's a definition I once heard for nobility that I really grabbed onto. Because how many of you here would actually like to be identified as nobility, right? The kings and queens. And they say, here's the definition of true nobility. It is being better today than you were yesterday. Now let me ask you, if the definition of nobility is to be greater today than yesterday, how many of us could actually step into that definition? Is it possible? Are we capable? And we're here to celebrate individuals here among us who have been doing that for the last 30 days. They have been challenging themselves to really hit new results in their life. And I love seeing people step into their potential. Because, you know, so often in life, we're chasing after it. We talk about, I'm going to step into my mission. I'm going to live my purpose. Someday I'm going to be my potential. I want to do that. And the question is, what do we got to do to be in it today? It's living this definition of nobility. Every day being better than the day before is our opportunity to learn what it means to really step into that potential. So I'm going to turn over to Wileen to go ahead and introduce our Limitless Leapers. And then we've got Gerald Rogers with a really fun activity for all of us here. And just one more time, if I can, all of you that did participate in the leap, would you just stand up for a minute? I honor your greatness. Let's go ahead and honor these wonderful people. Absolutely. And they look beautiful.
Awesome. Well, while you're standing up, I'm going to invite you all to just come up on the Limitless stage. And whoever has cameras, phones, whatever, taking pictures, we'd love to get lots of pictures. Can we get some music? Some music for stage walking music. So all of those who have participated in doing a Limitless Leap over the last 30 days, come on up on stage. Wow. This is so awesome. Maybe we need to make a couple of rows. I don't want to hide any of you. Wow. Woo. I just want to take all this in. This is so wonderful. How many of you know someone who has never set a 30-day stretch? I mean, that's kind of typical, right? This is atypical. This is something that doesn't happen on a regular basis. To set a 30-day stretch, something that really is a stretch that kind of like gives you butterflies in your stomach and not really sure if you can do it. I am so in awe and respectful of every single one of you for even setting the leap. In fact, we have a lady here that I would love for you to come up here and just share what your leap is. And I think that this says it for a lot of people. Tell your name.
My name's Ashley. Thanks. I always wanted to hear that. So at the last Limitless, when Chris was telling us that what a limitless leap was, I had a full-on meltdown about the idea of even setting a goal. So I'm here to celebrate that I set a 30-day goal. I missed a couple of days, but I'm still not afraid of setting goals anymore and excited to start my new one.
Thank you. Thank you, Ashley. Awesome. We have a few people here who I got to talk to before the event, and I'm actually, Galen, will you come up and share? I'm just going to invite a few people up, and then if you just can share maybe just 60 seconds, the highlights over the last 30 days, and what you learned, or what was your outcome, or whatever you think would be inspiring for other people.
Glad to. So, when I was at Limitless, I'm sorry, I'm Galen. Hey, Galen. When I was at Limitless a month and a week ago or whatever, I set my Limitless leap. I've never stuck with an exercise program more than, I'd like to say 3 weeks, but probably never more than 2 weeks. And so, originally, I was going to do a beach body workout every day for the month, but then I realized that was dealing with the how. Because originally I wanted to be below 200 pounds, because I haven't been below 200 pounds since 1994. And I'm usually right around 215, 220, and that's what I was last month. But I got sick. I wasn't able to work out the first week. And then I had a coughing fit and threw out my back. I pulled a muscle in my back, so I was out. I had 2 weeks that I wasn't able to work out at all. And then by then I was like, well, you know, I'm really not doing that very well. But I told myself I'm going to be below 200 pounds. This morning I woke up, I was 199.9.
Okay, so before you step back, I just want to maybe point out a couple things. When you set a limitless leap, I think it is good to set a little bit of the how, because who knows, maybe getting sick and throwing your back out might have been the way to lose some weight, and it may not be the way that you really want to lose weight. So it is important to set the how. But thank you for sharing, and that's awesome. Congratulations. Tell us your name.
I'm Heather. Hey, Heather. When I was a child, my parents got questions frequently. My teachers thought that I was mute and I couldn't speak. And I have carried this fear into adulthood, and every time I get in front of people, my body just vibrates and I sweat and I feel like I'm going to throw up because I'm so scared. And look at her. And after Limitless, my friend who invited me asked me to speak at her grand opening, and my body turned to water and hit the floor, and I thought, no, but actually, yes. Thank you for the opportunity to grow into being a public speaker. And that morning I woke up, I didn't have a voice because I was sick, and I said, nope, that's not stopping me. And I went to that grand opening, and I don't know what I said, but I nailed it, and I felt really good about it.
And you just nailed it again. Awesome. Good job. Thank you, Heather.
Hi, I'm Deidre. Hey, Deidre. Like Chris said, I could only barely do 3 man push-ups, and so my leap was to do at least 15, and I can now do 25. And I didn't have a weight loss goal, but I lost 8 pounds. Wow.
Congratulations. So I'm going to give you all a chance to own your stage right now. So you get 60 seconds to share highlights, something that would be really inspiring for other people to want to set a limitless leap and to move forward for the next 30 days. And I'm going to have 5 of you. Okay, own your stage. You got to own your stage. There you go.
Easy. Hi, my name is Keely. My my limitless sleep was to get to the gym 5 days a week, and it's been really amazing. A friend extended an invitation for me to show up to work out with the Gladiators, and the first morning I thought, I don't belong here. And the second morning I thought, I really don't belong here. And then I kept going, and then I set the limitless sleep about a week into this, and I showed up 2 days the first week, and like 3 days the second week that I was going, and then I was like, no, 5 days a week, I'm gonna be doing something to help myself. And interestingly enough, there's some other limiting beliefs that are showing up, so I actually didn't release any weight, but I did learn a couple of things. One, I can set goals and complete them, which is huge. And secondly, I learned that I don't have to complete my goals alone, that by surrounding myself with incredible people, like the most amazing people, and I've met some incredible people, but the most amazing people that I have ever had the pleasure to encounter, by surrounding myself with those people, they show up for me with the tools, the exact tools that I need, exactly when I am ready for them. And that's what I learned through this process.
Congratulations, Keely. That's awesome. Woo!
You said take the stage.
There you go. There you go.
I'm Catherine. My 30-day leap, probably one you've never heard of before, was to change my brain. I have some neural pathways in my brain that I was just they were not serving me. So in order to do this for myself, I decided that I was going to teach my grandchildren about emotional intelligence and how the brain works and how our brain is really, really powerful and how we can change our brain. And my grandchildren are doing it too. So that's it.
Thank you. Thank you, Catherine.
Hey, I'm Justin. So my Limitless Sleep was to do a book launch team, and so I have a book coming out April 6th, and the name of the book is In Search of the Wise Men, but I got an email from one of the reviewers, so the stretch for me was I had to get 50 people on my launch team, so I have 50 people. But this is what one guy said: "Holy smokes, Justin, great book, exclamation point. I'm an avid reader and don't hand out praise without it being warranted. But I have to tell you, yours is in the same ballpark as The Alchemist and The Traveler's Gift. And it's rooted in the Bible. Awesome. Very cool." So I got that, and it was just so exciting to, besides myself and my editor, we were the only two that had ever read the book, and it was exciting to have that and to have that team launched.
Congratulations, Justin. Okay, 2 more. Yes?
Hi, my name's Becca. I have my 2 beautiful daughters up here with me because my limitless sleep was to spend at least 15 minutes every day with these beautiful children. Now, before Limitless, I had horrible anxiety, and it affected my children, and it affected my family. I would wake up, and I would go through the motions, and I would sit and I would watch my children grow up. Now I am present. 2-hour tantrums have turned to maximum of 5 minutes. My daughter, who previously struggled with communication, now, look at her. So, thank you, thank myself, thank the world for this opportunity.
Thank you. Okay, One more that wants to own the stage. There you go.
I'm not usually an assertive person like that, but I have to share this. Okay, my name is Lorraine States. Thank you. Okay, so 8 years ago, my husband and I finished graduate school and bought our dream home. And this was our big aloha, the new beginning. Several months later, the market crashed. And this home became a prison, really. And we just really struggled financially. I went to work cleaning houses so we could stay in the house. It's been hard. So we decided we're going to fix it up. We've had to wait till the market's right. And after I went to Limitless, I was like, I'm going to get this thing off my back. And every day for 30 days, I have put on my career wear, which is paint, clothes, and we've cleaned this house. I've cleaned this house. And we had some setbacks, lots of setbacks. This morning I woke up and it was raining, and I said, I'm not going to go. But I felt like Cinderella cleaning houses, but I had a glass slipper. And this morning I said, what if? And I got up and I threw together an ad and we put it on KSL. And my husband's not here tonight because he's showing our house to a perfect buyer. And he sent me this text while I was up on the stage. They said it's the best thing they've seen in 6 months. They're going home to get their checkbook. Thank you. Thank you, Chris.
And before you go back, I want to just share, this is your ball. You're Cinderella, you've got your glass slipper, and you're at your ball. So congratulations. And all of you, this is your night. Thank you so much. And go ahead and return to your seats. Thank you. Give all of our celebrities one more big round of applause. Thank you. Keep that applause going until they return to their seats. Congratulations to every one of you. Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations. Those of you who have been taking pictures tonight, please post those on our Limitless Tribe page and tag yourselves, because we want to just share with the whole tribe everything that you've been doing. Thank you so much. We have an awesome speaker that I would like to bring up tonight, and it's Gerald Rogers. All of you know who he is, and he's got a special process that he wants to share with us, and so I'm really excited to see what he has to share. And so I'd love to have all of you on your feet, and hold on just a second, technical. On your feet, everyone, and give Gerald Rogers a big warm round of applause.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Isn't this woman amazing? Don't you just love her? Give it up for Wileen. Wow. And I'm aware that some of you actually have no idea who I am. How many of you have not actually heard me speak before? There's a few of you that were at the February Limitless. I met this lovely lady, Ashley, is that right? Coming down, and she's like, who are you? I was like, oh, you don't know who I am. So I'm Gerald Rogers. For those of you that were at the February Limitless, I was in Nepal over on the other side of the world, and thinking about you, my heart and soul were there, so you probably felt me, even if you didn't see me there. So it's nice to officially meet you. And how many of you are actually here for the first time as a visitor tonight? Raise your hand if you're a visitor. Awesome. So get ready. We're going to pour all sorts of love into you too. Awesome. Fantastic. So really at the heart of Limitless is this idea that we can create miracles. We can create what? And these limitless leaps that you're taking on really are forms of miracles, the things you're accomplishing, the transformations that are taking place in your life, the fact that You've stepped below 200 pounds for the first time since 1994. Wow, that's a miracle. Everyone say, that's a miracle. So I would love to just have a few more shares of people that have experienced miracles or witnessed miracles in your own life since attending Limitless. I would love to have about 4 or 5, just more people share. If you haven't shared already, go ahead and stand up. And just go ahead and face the audience. What's your name?
Kiara.
Hey, Kiara.
Hey. So I set 2 Limitless leaps, actually. One was to do breakthrough for 30 days. And I'm a visionary. I'm pretty sure I got 30 days in there. But I know I did because of the miracle. My second one was to declutter my main level. I'm a closet hoarder. You don't know it when you walk in my house, but I used to be closet hoarder, and I totally got rid of the junk. And that was really empowering, and I feel like it made room for all of this amazing stuff that's coming in. And I saw a miracle. My husband, he came to Limitless, and we joined Inner Circle, and he has never liked self-help, anything. He's a manly man and doesn't need all of that, and he saw the value, and it was a miracle. So I see miracles.
Awesome. And an angel in the making, right? This is your path. Awesome. Thank you. All right, another share. Go ahead and stand up. All right, what's your name?
My name is Hannah Stewart.
Hey, Hannah.
Thank you. So one was my limitless sleep, and then the other kind of goes along with it, so I'm going to share that really fast. So my limitless sleep was to smile openly, because I've struggled with that for many, many years, because I went through tons of crap, and it made me feel that I couldn't smile. So I decided that I was finally going to do that, and I forgot about it, and I thought about it every so often, and it popped into my head, and I was like, wait, I have been doing this subconsciously. I've been smiling at random people, which is really huge to me, and because of that, it's been giving me more confidence. I've been feeling happier, and this morning I went to the Mentor Academy, and I went going expecting to learn how to get started into motivational speaking. And that morning, because of the confidence I had gained from my leap, I decided to start planning my first speaking event. So I have started planning it all out. I have one of my really good friends who is going to help me plan it, and I have completely switched my view to how am I going to get this started to taking it into my own hands and doing it.
Awesome. Doesn't she have a beautiful smile? Look at her. Smiling is so important. I'm just going to share this with you, Hannah, as you're stepping into this leap. I remember one of my mentors is a guy named Tony Robbins. I love listening to his stuff. I've been to several of his events and programs. And on one of his audios, he talks about this group of people that were clinically depressed. He calls them overachievers in the world of depression, right? Because they were on heavy medication, and they were deeply clinically depressed. And they took a group of them, and they gave them this exercise where the only thing that they did different was for 10 minutes a day, they were to stand in front of a mirror and just smile. And within 30 days, about 2/3 of them were off medication completely. Because of that physiology, when you actually train your physiology to be in a state of happiness, then your psychology begins to respond accordingly. So that's a beautiful challenge, and keep smiling, because the world needs your smile. Give her another big round of applause. I love hearing about these miracles. Everyone say, I love miracles. I love my tribe. We create miracles. All right, so let's get a couple more shares. Who else has one? Okay, go ahead and stand up. I'm going to go ahead and actually have you turn in. This is a little bit awkward because we want you on that camera right there. And I'm going to bring you up here. That's the easiest way. Give her a big round of applause. You belong
I'll
on
take
the
it.
stage. All right.
I'm
So what-
Mariah.
Hey, Mariah.
So for my limitless sleep, well, you have to back up just a little bit because I was invited by a friend to come with her as her guest. And I said to her, I don't really want to change. I like who I am. I'm really not really interested. And I had to go home and wrestle with whether or not I should even show up. And intuition, my higher power, my God told me that I needed to go and made a way for it. So I went. And at the end, when I was making a limitless sleep, I was very scared. So I decided that the only thing that I would do is I would do 30 days. I would do a month of belief breakthrough, one a day. And what I learned from that was I'm at a place where I love change. That's an amazing change in and of itself. And as scary as it is to think of doing my own event and going in front of everyone and telling them all about it, I am planning my grand opening for April 14th in Springville. You're all invited. It's on the Limitless Tribe page. I've got my invitations already ordered, and they're going out this weekend. And I'm so excited to tell my story and to share the stage and to do it my way and to invite other people to come and enjoy it.
Yay! I love it. Awesome. Good. Thank you. Let's get another share. Who wants to share? Okay, go ahead and stand up. All right, what's your name?
My name is John.
Hey, John.
Thank you. I've been to the Limitless seminar twice. The first time I thought I figured it out, but the second time it really hit me. The first time I thought I had a limiting belief that started when I was about 4 or 5. I think I was 5. Anyway, I discovered it started when I was born. I thought that I was invisible, and I thought that I was broken because I was born a month premature. I spent a month in a hospital back in the 50s. That was pretty much a death sentence to be born early like that. But, so when I go home, my brothers and sisters, because my mom said I was so small I'd fit in the palm of her hand, I was too small, so nobody would pick me up. So my cries went unanswered. So I figured, well, I'm just not here. And then I thought I must be broken, so I had to control everything around me. And it always kept breaking down. It wasn't working. It wasn't working. Well, the second Limitless seminar I went to, I discovered I'm okay. I'm perfectly fine the way I am. And I just, my leap was to actually, because I was terrified of things I couldn't control, like roller coasters, and so I went to Disneyland with my wife, and I rode California Screaming 6 times in the front seat. It was fantastic, and I gained control by letting go of trying to control everything.
Wow. That's really profound. I gained control by letting go and understanding we can't control everything. What a huge, isn't it amazing? Like, these are seriously such profound miracles to think that since the time we're born, we have these broken limiting beliefs that hold us back. And how old are you now, sir? 60. And now, how many of you agree it's time for him to let go of that belief, right? That's so amazing. And I love that your limitless sleep included Disneyland, right? That's fantastic. Awesome. So let's get another share. Why don't you come up here? All right. What's your name?
Zach.
Hey, Zach.
So my wife is Heather. She came up and spoke to you guys, but she never could. And I needed to give a little background to that because what you guys saw is far more than what you really understand. She brought me to, what was it, there was an hour in the last day of the last Limitless. I can't remember where the spouses were invited or whoever family members were invited, and I went, and I was pretty skeptical, very skeptical, and so she convinced me to go to the next Limitless, which I was not terribly excited about. But the combination of the changes I've seen in her and the changes in our relationship, plus what I saw at that Limitless, made me decide that even though I still have doubts and fears and I don't know at all how it's going to work out, we're all in. And we're in the inner circle. She's going to progress. She will be an angel. She's going to continue on indefinitely in this course because we found where we need to be. And so that's kind of my experience with Limitless.
Welcome home. Great, awesome. Such profound experiences, and I just honor each of you, every one of you, for taking a stand in your own life, for having that courage to do things different than you've ever done before, to push yourself, to stretch your potential, to see what the next level really is for us in our life. And this is one of the reasons why I love having someone like Chris Crone in my life. So Chris is someone that, for me, is constantly pushing me to the edges of what I've been comfortable with. I remember this experience about a month ago. So Chris and a bunch of people have this group called the Limitless Gladiators. And so they get together at 5 a.m. at a gym in Orem, and they work out and they just push each other. And as they're working out, they're doing belief breakthrough work on each other and having this insane level of growth and evolution. And I remember, I live in Salt Lake, so I don't get to work out with them that often, but one day I was visiting, and so I went to the gym, and Chris was like, I'm not even sure how this conversation began, but Chris is one of those guys that's constantly pushing himself to the next level, and he's like, oh my gosh, I've never run a mile under 5:45. Was that the goal that day? And so he's like, let's do it. I'm like, I've never run that fast. Sure, why not, right? When you're with Chris, you're just like, okay, let's do this. And so we're running, and it's just pushing us like crazy. And we're moving along, and then Chris is like, bump it up faster. I'm like, what? Right? So we bump it up from 10.5 to 10.6 to 10.7, all the way up to 11.0, and we're like running as fast as we can, right? And Chris is like, faster, faster, faster. So we end up crushing it. I think we got like a 5:40 mile or something that day. That was a big deal, right? It was huge. It was crazy. And then the next day came. Actually, this was during the last Mentor Academy, wasn't it? And so the next day came, and Chris was like, whoa, that was way too easy. Let's beat 5:30 today. And so sure enough, we're like cranking up, right? And it's just like pushing, but we did it. We got a mile under 5:30 for the first time in my life at 41 years old, and Chris is a youngster, so he's 36, so we did it, and we crushed it. And this is, for me, the power of having a tribe or having people that inspire us to new levels of greatness. And this is why I love having a leader like Chris who lives what he teaches, who pushes the boundaries in his life. And since that time, Chris has gone on, and he's like, I wonder what it would look like to get a mile under 5 minutes. And so he's pushing. What's the fastest time? Yeah, now he actually just got the first under a minute mile in the history of mankind. What was your time? 4:30? That's ridiculous. Give it up for me. And I love just considering the power of the mind, right? And what happens when we really challenge the limits that we've set upon ourselves. Many of you know the story of the 4-minute mile. So there was a guy named Roger Bannister. Prior to, I don't remember the year, I think it was 1952 or something. Prior to that time, everyone believed that a 4-minute mile was physically impossible by humans. No one had ever run that ever in the history of the world, and everyone just assumed that it was impossible. And then Roger Bannister came along, and he was like, well, what is really possible? And he chose to disregard what everyone was saying about what truly possible was. And so here Roger Bannister was, and he committed to this goal. He's like, I'm going to be the first man to run a mile under 4 minutes. And sure enough, he ran the first mile under 4 minutes. And do you know what's amazing to me? Is within the next year, there was something like 100 other people that then ran a mile under 4 minutes. Can you imagine that? No one up until that time had done it. Then all of a sudden, once he broke that barrier, he demonstrated to other people what was possible. And I want you to understand the importance of having a tribe, having a collective group that's pushing each other to see what's really possible financially, to see what's possible in our relationships, to see what's possible in our health. And how important it is to surround yourself with other people that are also doing great things. How many of you love surrounding yourself with people doing great things? Awesome. And just by a show of hands, how many of you have already joined the Limitless Tribe, which is our $99 a month membership? Raise your hand if you're already part of this. Awesome. For those of you that are not yet part of the tribe, this is a new thing that we launched at this last Limitless last week. And coming up in April is our official launch of Limitless. Over the last 6 months, we've had a lot of great experiences, amazing growth, but we've just really been preparing for this April official launch, and this is really the birthplace of the movement. And you're the key for making this possible. At this last Limitless, we finally built in this component where you can become a member of the tribe, get access to weekly training calls from Chris and me and other Limitless mentors. We've got an online archive where you can access over $250,000 of on-demand mentoring, either through an app or through your computer. We've got Limitless Tribe events that happen. You get access as a tribe member to come back to Limitless, to come to the Limitless Wealth Intensive, to come to the Limitless Mentor Academy. Plus, in addition to that, you get access to the online Facebook page that's going to be exclusively for members of the Limitless community. Plus, it gives you an opportunity where you can actually earn referral income and start building some residual passive income so you can become financially free. Raise your hand if you're interested in becoming financially free. How many of you would love to be mentored on becoming financially free by a multi-millionaire? Awesome. Then join the tribe. Join at $99 a month. And if you refer 3 other people, guess what? It's free. It's free for the rest of your life as long as those people are part of it. So really, it's our way of getting the tribe committed at a higher level to your transformation and making sure that we can serve you at the deepest level possible. So if you have not already joined the tribe and joined membership, do that and make sure that happens. And also, this is an invitation. Come back to Limitless. Come in April. April's Limitless is going to be the largest and also the craziest and funnest and most powerful event that we've done yet. So our goal is to have 800 people there. We're well on the way, and we'll probably sell out in the next week or 2. So if you have not yet registered for April, come and bring your tribe with you. There's a special gift that we're offering for everyone that actually joins the tribe at $99 right now. Is it okay if I share with you what the gift is? So this is our way of basically investing in you. When you actually join at just $99, we are going to give you 5. How many? 5. How many? 5 tickets to Limitless that you can then give away to your tribe, your friends, your family, your coworkers, the people that you want to have on your team. So that you bring those 5 people, then hopefully they also want to join, so then you can get your 3 and free, and ultimately this is a way that everyone wins and the movement grows. So once again, I highly encourage that you step in. And Chris, do you have some order forms for that? Just out of curiosity, just raise your hand if you're interested in joining the tribe and becoming a member. Just raise your hand and we'll pass out these forms real quick. Just raise your hands nice and high. You know you want it. Mentorship from a multimillionaire and financial freedom, weekly connection with your tribe, all these events. Just keep your hand up because we want to make sure that you're able to join and become a member. And once again, when you do that tonight, we've got 5 free tickets that you'll get so you can bring people to the April Limitless. You do need to get them registered as soon as possible so that you get them in before it sells out. Awesome. All right, great. Yeah, so fill that out, and before you leave tonight, get that handed in. Everyone give a big round of applause for our new tribe members. Sweet. And now for tonight's game. Are you guys ready for the game? Yeah. How many of you love games? All right, so we're going to play a game called our Future Self Party. What's it called? Our Future Self Party. So in a moment, we're going to be taking you through a process where you get really, really clear on who your future self is and what you've created over the next year. And I just want you to imagine if you live these principles, if you play full out, if every single month you're pushing yourself with a limitless leaf, I want you to think about what is truly possible in your relationships, health, and your businesses over the next year. So after we do that, then we're actually going to have this game where you actually get to go and play a game of show and tell, where you get to go around and network with all these other amazing limitless producers, and you get to brag about what you've created and where you're at over this year, and you get to talk about your amazing, perfect life. So with that, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get really clear who your future self is and what you've created and what you've been able to manifest in just a year of living these principles. So right now, just everyone take a big deep breath in and breathe out, and just close your eyes for a second. And close your eyes. As you close your eyes, just focus on your breath and allow yourself to get fully present. Get present in this moment to the weight of your body on the chair, just allowing everything in the past to just dissolve and vanish right now. And in this moment, you're just focused on being here right now. And as you focus on right now, I just want you to imagine in a moment that you begin being lifted out of your chair, and your spirit almost like rises out of your chair. And just imagine in your mind's eye right now that your spirit rises out of your chair and you're looking down on your life. You're looking down on where you're at right now. And as you imagine yourself looking down at your life, you see all of the things that you've created in your existing life right now. You see the problems and challenges you've had. You look at all the things that you love about your life. You look at your life and you're just able to see all of the things you want to change. And imagine in your mind's eye that you're looking in the timeline of your future, and you're looking to that point in the future that represents 1 year from today, way far in the horizon. Just imagine that you see this beautiful light in the horizon that represents 1 year from today. A time in which you've been able to live the principles that you've been learning, and you've been truly able to manifest everything it is that you want. Imagine what it feels like taking on these limitless leaps every 30 days, pushing yourself, challenging yourself, and seeing your life unfold in this beautiful manner. And as you see that point that represents 1 year today, you're being drawn towards that, and you're excited for that day because you recognize that day you've been able to create everything that you desire and want. And in your mind's eye, I just want you to imagine that you're beginning to travel along the timeline of your life. You're just looking down at your life as you're hovering, moving into the future. And just imagine that you're moving 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month down the road. And you watch how magically your life unfolds, and you watch your body begin to take the shape that you desire it. You see greater health and energy than ever before. You see yourself waking up with passion and excitement and enthusiasm for the life that you're creating. And as you continue to move through this year, now 2 months, now 3 months, you see your relationships stronger and richer and more beautiful and powerful than you've ever experienced before. You notice these new people being attracted into your life. You see the people that you love, those relationships being strengthened even deeper. And in your mind's eye, you see the places that you want to travel, the things you want to do. And as you continue to move along this timeline, Now 4 months, 5 months, 6 months down the road. Now 6 months down the road, you look around and you see how much more abundance and wealth has been pouring into your life. And you look at what that's created, the opportunities that it has, the ways that you're able to serve people, the ways you're able to donate and give to other organizations. You see your ability to just live the life that you want with more freedom than you've ever had before. And as you continue to move down this timeline of your life, you get more and more excited, and you're almost to the point where they're like, oh my gosh, this is my life. And you love your life, and you see yourself connecting with your tribe and growing and expanding and really mastering these principles of manifestation. Just feel how good that feels, knowing that your whole life is being shaped by the decisions you make every day. And you see yourself doing daily belief breakthrough work and notice how it's getting easier and easier, and you're able to move faster through whatever blocks come up. And although you still get triggered from time to time, you don't get stuck anymore because you notice that you're able to move forward. And whenever you need to, you reach out to your tribe, your friends, and they help you through whatever breakthroughs, and you keep moving forward even faster than before. And as you continue to move forward down the timeline, now 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, you're growing close to that time that represents 1 year from today. And you just see that, and as you grow closer to that, you get more and more excited, knowing that you have been able to manifest this beautiful, magical life. And you look back and you look at the journey that you've been on, and you're so grateful because you've grown so much. You've learned so much. You've become so much more than you were a year ago. You look back and you can barely even recognize who you used to be because your life has grown in such a magical and beautiful way. And now in this magical moment, I want you to imagine that you're descending down to that point that represents 1 year from today. And you look around at everything you've been able to manifest. And it just feels so good. It feels so good. And I want you to gain clarity of what that looks like exactly. Just right now in your mind's eye, just imagine that you're looking in the mirror. And you're seeing your body of health and seeing how you've taken care of it over the last year. And every month you've been pushing it through the Limitless Leaps you've been doing. You've been exercising. You've been eating right. And notice how healthy you feel. And look in the mirror. And just as you look in the mirror, you look at your body and you're like, I love my body. I love who I am. What does that look like exactly? As you look in the mirror, you have more self-love than you've ever experienced before. Because while you still have plenty of imperfections, you love those imperfections. You love everything about yourself, and just feel that love surge through your body right now. Now in your mind's eye, I just want you to imagine that you're looking around at your house and your home, and what's shifted and changed there. What have you brought into your life? What have you released from your life? What does it look like in your home? And just get excited by that. As you look at all of the things that you've done to create your home to be a beautiful, magical place. Warm and inviting. Just beautifully decorated, and see what that home looks like. Now in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you're looking at your bank account and you see the amount of money that you've been able to create over the last year. All that you've been able to manifest as you've been sharing your gifts with the world, as you've been working hard and manifesting, allowing this abundance to come into your life. Look in your bank account. What does that look like? How much money do you have? Feel how good that feels, knowing that you stretch yourself, you push yourself, you've manifested so much abundance in your life. Now as you look at your relationships, look how amazing those relationships feel. Look how deep those connections are. Just feel how excited you are to be around the people, knowing that you get to spend time with who you want to, whenever you want to, and just feel the love and connection in those relationships. Recognizing that over the last year, you've been able to heal a lot of broken relationships. You've learned how to connect at a deeper level. And because you've learned how to love yourself in a deeper way, you can love those around you. feel how good that feels to have those connections. Now in your mind's eye, I just want you to imagine that you're looking at a book that is a photo album. And you start flipping through the pictures of your photo album and look at all of the amazing things you were able to do this last year. The events you were able to go to, the places you were able to travel to, the challenges you took on. And as you look through this photo album, you really think, wow, my life is so magical. Look at the things I was able to do this last year. And see those really clearly. See yourself like filling up your life with checking off these bucket list items. And realize you've done more in just a year than most people do their entire life. Because you are limitless. And surrounded by your limitless tribe, you just feel so powerful in moving forward. And staying in this energy of your future self, just feel how confident you are. Just feel how much excitement you have for your life. In a moment, I'm going to have you stand up and I'm going to have you go around and introduce yourself to as many new people as possible. And you're just going to take time meeting these new people. And you're just going to imagine that you're at this reunion. It's a party where you just get to connect with other people that are part of your tribe, and you just get to share with them what your life looks like. And so as you're going around, you're going to be excited and energized. You're going to be walking around as your future self, and you're going to speak as though these things have already happened in your life. And you're going to have a chance to say, it's like, wow, tell me about your life. And you're going to tell about your life. It's like, oh my gosh, my life is so amazing. You wouldn't believe all of the places I got to travel this year. It was so incredible. Oh, and my home is so beautiful. And you just get to brag about what you have. You get to talk about that amazing relationship you're experiencing, that cool car you're driving, that exotic vacation you just got back. Whatever you want to, as you speak it as though it's already happened in your life. This is your chance to brag, and what's powerful about being able to share it from this space is as you speak as though it's already happened, it reinforces in your subconscious that this is your reality. And if it becomes your reality in your brain, then creating that reality in the physical reality becomes easy. So your goal is to be in that space. Just imagine that we're all back in this room 1 year from today. And in a moment when I say go, you're just going to be standing up and you're just going to be interacting and just connecting with the people around you, talking about your magical life. And you're just going to be networking, and just imagine that this is our reunion, our limitless reunion 1 year from today. Everyone go ahead and stand up. All right, welcome back. It's good to see you. It's been a whole year. Oh my gosh, you guys are looking fantastic. Go ahead and go meet the people around you and talk to them about what's happened to you in this magical, amazing year. Go. Continue to move around the room. Keep connecting with as many people as possible. You're going to take 15 minutes right now to introduce yourself, connect with as many people as you can. All right, 5 more minutes. Continue to go around, connect with the amazing people, hear about their incredible, limitless lives that they've created. All right, everyone give that person next to you a great big high five and say, you have a magical life. You have a magical life. Wow, congratulations. All right, everyone find your seats. So I've got a question. Who's excited about your life? Yeah, isn't that so fun? Like I was getting teary as I was like talking about how amazing my life is a year from now. And my life's already amazing. And so I'm just so excited to see how much more amazingness can be created in a year. And as, Chris and I were talking about this vision of a year from now, what we see so clearly for the tribe is we see this movement. Actually, Chris, why don't you come up here real quick? I feel like our tribe deserves to hear what their tribe looks like a year from now. So a year from now, how many of you want to know what the Limitless tribe looks like? Who's excited?
Well, listen, let me put it to you this way. We just finished last week having our sixth Limitless. So this is something we just gave birth to 6 months ago, and how the tribe has come together to really be a part of how it's been created and how it's emerged. We're looking at having potentially 800 people at our next Limitless in April, just next month. So if we're just on our 7th event at 800 people, can you imagine a year from now what this could look like? First of all, does everyone understand? You get why this is growing so rapidly, right? It's because we live in a new type of currency, a currency that is far more valuable than money. It is the currency of breakthrough. It's the currency of enough breakthrough equaling transformation. True change to rise and become something better. And you know what that really gives birth to? It gives birth to the currency of miracles. Now that's priceless. There's no real value that you can put on that, because the reality is when you are stepping into your higher self, amazing things happen. A year from now, at the rate that we're growing, the miracles, the breakthroughs, the transformation that we're seeing, this is going to be a mighty force to reckon with in teaching people how to live as their highest and best selves. Permission to step out of the garbage that's been weighing us back, and to know how to manifest through the laws of creation the life that we have felt divinely appointed to create. So a year from now...
Oh my gosh, we just barely finished this last week, our largest Limitless ever. We had 12,000 people filling the convention center.
It was amazing.
It was crazy. And in order to have all those people, that army of team leaders that were there to support those miracles, and the hundreds of angels doing breakthrough sessions, it was mind-blowing to see how much the tribe really helped create unbelievable transformation.
30,000 clocked breakthroughs. I mean, it was crazy what happened there. I mean, it was just paradise on fire.
And not only that, simultaneously there was a Limitless happening in Orlando as well as San Diego.
And Idaho Falls.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Collectively, all over the country, these Limitlesses are happening, and we have such powerful facilitators that have stepped over up over last year that it's really amazing to see them share their gifts. And oh my gosh, I can't believe how much the tribe is growing. How many people do we have in the tribe now, by the way?
We have over 30,000 people that are part of the Limitless tribe.
Oh my gosh.
It's incredible.
And that's growing every day. And I love going to the Facebook page and seeing almost every minute there's another miracle being posted, another breakthrough. And it's just so inspiring to see all of these things that are happening, the transformation that's happening in people's lives. And it's so amazing because it feels like everywhere I go, people are coming up to me and say, oh my gosh, you won't believe the miracle that I just experienced.
And it's a movement, and it's a movement that you can't stop moving forward, because the bottom line is results don't lie. And we've got people everywhere that are sending this message around the world in such powerful ways The cabin that we built this
Oh
last
my
year,
gosh, I love
Valhalla,
the cabin.
is just, it's
So-
filled with everyone in our...
So check this out. So we, just a few months ago, we finished building our cabin up at Sundance. And this is a place where our inner circle meets. You know, we've got space for about 200, 250 people to come together. And that's our most intimate space of deep transformation. And Valhalla means Hall of the Kings. And really, it's a place to gather these people for the deepest, most intimate transformation. And it's my favorite place in the world to be. It's so amazing.
Not to mention that we're just opening our third Limitless event center that is just rocking and packed with all of our events. No, seriously, you got to understand this. We have launched the Limitless Connection, so we're saving marriages and teaching people unconditional love and how to interact. We got people shedding their fat suits with our deep health immersion programs where they get to stay for a week and for a month. We will feed them, we will exercise them, do all their breakthroughs so that they step into a new them. I mean, talk about just changing the world by changing our health, our wealth, our connection, our power, relationships, everything.
I love it because everyone in this valley and across the country, they're starting to hear the word limitless all over the place. So you walk around and people are like, oh my gosh, are you part of Limitless? And it's amazing to see how much this movement is changing the world.
Best part for me is that you show up at Limitless and you have dozens of fresh, new, trained, amazing facilitators that are doing this incredible work of transformation. It's a movement of the people to step in their highest and best selves.
And so it is. How many of you guys are excited about this? So here's the deal. Your future is yours to create. And what I know is that we have the ability, we have the God-given ability to manifest the life that we desire and deserve. And I also believe that God probably has bigger and better plans than you have for yourself. So when you allow yourself to be in that process and continuing to tap into your intuition, continuing to go through the belief breakthrough process, continuing to surround yourself with inspired people, don't be surprised if the vision that you have for your future is tiny compared to the vision that God has for your future.
That's a vision where you're taking the Limitless stage and you're sharing in front of hundreds and thousands of people. I see that.
So we got some work to do, and the work begins inside each of us. And so for me, on my part, I commit to do my work. Believe me, I'm deep in the middle of my work, you know? And I'm going through the refiner's fire, and I'm growing so much. Why? Because I know that I need to be ready for my part in this future, and my part for me. And for each of you, it's your opportunity to choose in, to say, I'm fully committed to creating this future in my life. I'm fully committed to making sure that I'm aligning myself so that I can experience all of these miracles in my life. And every single day, you get to make that choice again. Every single day is a fresh canvas of opportunity where you get to decide what you are going to create and how you're going to show up and whether or not you're going to be moving towards that vision or away from it. Every day you got to choose in. Say, every day I choose in.
Every day I choose in.
Every day I choose to be limitless.
Every day I choose to be limitless.
Every day I do my belief breakthrough.
Every day I do my belief breakthrough.
Every day I surround myself with my tribe.
Every day I surround myself with my tribe.
Every day I create miracles.
Every day I create miracles. Friends, before we bring this to an end, I actually just feel that there's a couple things in my heart that I want to share with you. There is no one in this room that knew the original struggling Chris. There's not one person in this room that knew Chris the poor, Chris the broke and broken. There's not a person in this room that knew Chris the friendless and Chris the tyrant. There's no one in this room that knew Chris the phony, the inauthentic. But that man used to exist. I just want all of you to know. Too often, if enough time passes and we don't step into the results we want, we lose hope. We lose faith. And it becomes an expression because this year I'm only doing more of last year. Friends, stop. Stop producing last year. At least the parts of it that you don't want to repeat. If there's anything I can do up here, which I believe many of you in this audience could do standing with me, this room and those online, here's what we really represent. We represent, yes, you can change. We represent that it is possible. It's never too late. You're never too old. Like, now is just the perfect moment. It's the perfect time for you to take a look at what hasn't been working and to step into something new. And that's what Limitless means. It's to be surrounded with mentors and a tribe that supports you in incredible ways, like we've heard with Keely. Surrounding yourself with amazing men and women. Because I have felt honored this last month, Heather, to have you there, and Keely to have you there. Even though you're new to the tribe, I'm part of your tribe. And when I wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. to be there, I want you to know that there are days that I get up because you're in my mind and heart. And I want to show up for you, but also it's because sometimes I want you to show up for me. And Limitless, this is a place where all that can happen. I invite you to continue with your next Limitless leap and to take a stand with Limitless for your sake. Because we got this one life to live. I almost lost my life once, almost drowned in the ocean. I got this one life to live, and I don't need any more reminders. I don't need to tempt God with any other reminders that this is my time and this is my moment, and I'm going to milk it for every ounce of opportunity to step in and live and embody the potential that I've been given.
All right, so before we end tonight with some final manifesto, we are going to, I just want to encourage you, for those of you that have your tribe form, raise it up, hold it up if you have your tribe form.
Carson, manifesto music.
So if you have those tribe forms, make sure you fill those out and turn them in tonight, because tonight you'll be able to get your 5 tickets. And for all of you, go out today, tonight, tomorrow, and talk to those people that you feel inspired need to be part of this too. Be bold and audacious in inviting them. And make the invitation simple. It says, oh my gosh, I went to this amazing life-changing event called Limitless. You need to go. I've got a ticket. Please come with me. And make it to April. Bring your people with you. Go and invite them. And let's fill that room. And let's continue to fill the world with Limitless.
All right, here's what I'd like to do. Those of you that participated in your Limitless Leaps, stand up right now. And I want to ask you this question. What breakthrough did you need to give you permission to rock your challenge? And when you have one, put your hand up. Who's got a breakthrough? Galen, what was your breakthrough? And what was the new belief you needed to make that happen? Everyone, let's try it out. I manifest things in my life.
I manifest things in my life.
Who's got one? Who's got a new belief? Justin, what was your belief? Everyone try it on. I have unwavering confidence. Heather's got one for us.
I am fearless.
I am fearless. I love it. Who else got one? Coming right over here.
I am strong enough.
I am strong enough.
I surround myself with exactly the right people to help me on my way.
I surround myself with exactly the right people to help me on my way.
I love myself exactly as I am.
I love myself exactly as I am.
I'm brave.
I am brave.
I trust my intuition.
I trust my intuition.
I am unstoppable.
I am unstoppable. Friends, these are powerful, life-changing words. They're not just good ideas, but they forge our future. They allow us to separate from the parts of the past that don't serve. They allow us to move powerfully, boldly into the future that changes lives. So let's try these words on again. Everyone stand up with me right now. Stand up and say, I love my life. I'm limitless. I am brave. I am fearless. I trust my intuition. I embrace change. I choose love. I choose unconditional love. I love no matter what. I produce powerful results in my life. Because this is my life. Because this is my life. And because I am limitless. I am limitless. We are limitless. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Friends, we love you. We appreciate you. We honor the greatness you expressed. Some of you learned powerful lessons when LEAP didn't go the way you wanted. Some of you got to make it to the other side and see yourself manifesting powerfully. That is the greatness inside of all of us. We see you, we acknowledge you. We look forward to your next incredible miracles that are right around the corner. Thank you.
We love you, and we will see you at the next Limitless. Thank you so much.